Peace and abundance, family. We are back with another video. The coffee is black. Today we are reading from the book of wisdom. And today we are reading and referencing Proverbs chapter 6. You know, Proverbs has been something that I've been reading daily. I've been studying it. I've been reading it as part of my morning routine. So I'm just sharing the knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding that I'm gaining. That's all. So I hope you find value from this. Today we are referencing Proverbs chapter 6, verses 6 to 8. Very, very good lesson. Very, very good lesson. I guarantee that you get some value from this. Okay? Now, starts off. It says, "Go to the ant, you sluggard, consider its ways and be wise. It has no commander, no overseer or ruler, yet it stores its provisions in summer and gather its food at harvest." One more time for the people in the back. "Go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider its ways and be wise. It has no commander, no overseer or ruler, yet it stores its provisions in summer and gathers its food at harvest." Man, I want to break this down. Let's unpack this like a suitcase, right? It says, "Go to the ant" is a command, direct and almost mocking in tone, sending the sluggard, the lazy one, to learn from a creature far beneath him in the created order. Consider its ways calls for careful, humbling reflection. The lazy person is told to actually study an insect to relearn wisdom. Then it says, the ant has no commander, no overseer or ruler, no external authority forcing it to work. The ant's diligence is self-motivated, not compelled. This directly indicts the lazy one, the sluggard, who presumably does have authority structures, right? Because we as people, we have more responsibilities than an ant. You may have family, you may have children, you may have bills, responsibilities, right? But a lot of people still fail to act without being driven, without external motivation. Lastly, the ant stores its provisions in summer and gathers its food at harvest. It works proactively ahead of need during the season of opportunity. This is diligence paired with foresight, acting now for a need that hasn't arrived yet. And what I wrote down, my summary of this, my perspective and my notes say, learn from the ant that it needs no external motivation in order to be diligent, disciplined, proactive, and prepared, utilizing foresight. And another key part about this is that it's part of its identity. Like, the ant doesn't have to try to be diligent. The ant doesn't have to try to be proactive. The ant doesn't have to try to implement foresight. It's just a part of its natural identity. And if you're a subscriber to this channel, you know. If you know, you know. That identity is the root. Identity is the root, right? When something is a part of your identity, you don't have to think about it. You don't have to force it. You don't have to try. It's a part of your natural programming. It's been embedded, I should say, into your subconscious program. All right? Now let's unpack this a little bit more. Now, when it comes to the ant, There's three things bundled together in this ant illustration. One is diligence without external motivation. Okay? The ant works with no commander, overseer, or ruler. It's not compliance under supervision. It's internally driven. Okay? And this is important because there's external motivation and then there's internal motivation, right? And to really simplify is when it comes to external motivations, you're motivated by things. You're motivated by things. Whether person, place, things, objects, whatever it may be, even if it's material things, okay? But when it comes to internal motivation, you're motivated just by being congruent. You are motivated by congruency. You're motivated by being in alignment. Okay? And when you're motivated by being congruent and you're motivated by being in alignment, you are internally driven, right? Because it's not about external. It's not about what you're going to get, right? It's not about any of that, right? It's about who you become. It's about who you become. It's about your identity. Okay, and one of my favorite speakers, Inky Johnson, put this well. It's stop being motivated by the outcome. Stop being motivated by it if I do this and I get this. Right? Because in the process and in the journey, what's more valuable? What you get or who you become? Okay, and when you're motivated by the person you become and nothing external, that's intrinsic motivation. Okay? And that's one of the things that we can learn from the ant that King Solomon in the book of Proverbs references. Okay, now the next thing is proactivity. Okay, now the ant doesn't wait to be told. Right? It doesn't wait for instruction. It doesn't wait for external guidance. It doesn't wait for scarcity to force its hand because it's proactive. Okay, which means it's doing the work regardless. Right? It's taking the actions and the steps regardless. Right? It's being in alignment and being congruent and doing what is required regardless. Okay? And then lastly, foresight. Okay? Foresight. It gathers in summer and at harvest. Meaning it acts ahead of need. It acts ahead of need. It doesn't wait for challenge, opposition, and adversity to then start preparing. A wise man once said, opportunity plus preparation equals success. Okay? Another wise man once said, if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. So, foresight. Right? During the season when the opportunity and resource is available, not after the need becomes urgent. Okay? Let's take an example. Health and fitness. A lot of people wait until they have a health scare, they have a heart attack, they get diabetes, all of these negative things that a lot of people struggle with. A lot of people wait until they get that negative news before they start working on their health and their fitness. All right, and this is just one example, right? But we can equate this to different areas of our life. Okay? So, diligence without external motivation, proactivity, and foresight. Okay? These are the things that King Solomon in the book of Proverbs wants us to learn from the ant. No external motivation in order to be diligent and disciplined, making it a part of your natural identity and who you are, not just what you will get. and being proactive and prepared. Okay? That is today's lesson, y'all. I hope this video added value to you. If you're somebody that loves knowledge, wisdom, understanding, personal development, law of attraction, all things in between, give the channel a subscribe, like the video. Okay? Much love, peace, love, and abundance, everybody. Until the next video.